What?
Hello everyone, my name is the King of Albert and welcome back to World of Infuriating Missions. This is the Leopard PTA Tier 9 German medium tank that is still planned to be in the news, but it's planned because I've basically got enough footage to last me all the way to August. I have enough footage under the news that I can just do that infinitely at this point. Which is great, because if there's a period where I don't have a lot of tanks that I can play new, then I still have a small supply of episodes, so that's always good to know. Anyway, 9.18 is out on the North American server, you know, the patch that was pretty hyped, because the light tanks were going to be awesome, and then Wargaming was like, you know what, let's make this patch shit. You all know my opinion on the tier 10 light tanks. I don't like them, I'm not gonna get them until they get buffed. There's no logic in nerfing the view range on the light tanks to the point where they're less than, that was pointed out to me in the comment section on last week's video, lower than heavy tanks. 390 view range on the LT1 or the T100 and the 13105, and 400 on the T125. The balance department in Wargaming must have been on some drug. Other than that, I don't have much to say about the patch. I'm just gonna wait until next week when it comes out on EU. I think next week Thursday or Friday, something along those lines. Somewhere next week the patch will come out on EU and RU. I'm not sure about SEA. I don't know. I don't follow the news on SEA. But the Chinese server is getting something exclusive. They're getting a tank destroyer line for the Chinese, and those are quite interesting, but they're not amazing or anything. They're kind of a clone of the Russian tank destroyers, and it's weird. Personally, if they would come out, I probably would not play them, because I've got basically every tank destroyer tier 10 that I want, minus the grill. I kind of want the grill as well, just because it's 750 alpha and accurate. Oh, and maybe the SDRV. You know what? I lied. I don't have every tank destroyer tier 10 that I want. I kind of want the SDRV 103B. I want the grill 15. And somewhere I'm probably going to have to start grinding again towards the 183 because of that big, delicious gun. But I'm going to have to grind past the 82, 87, 88, whatever the line is, Tortoise. And I'm not going to have fun playing those. That's probably going to be hellish, to the point where I don't even want to play it. Speaking of hellish, I'm going all over the place with subjects today, holy petibbles. Next month's top of the tree is probably going to be the Type 5 Heavy, from the polls I've seen. Interestingly enough, last weekend we had Focus Japan. That's when I bought my Oni, and I was thinking I can probably grind out the Oni towards the Oho in the 2 weeks that I have, to then buy the Oho during top of the tree and then grind out the Type 5 Heavy. The problem is they're not my playstyle. I don't enjoy it. I hate the Oni with a burning passion. I hated the OI with a burning passion. Probably going to hate the Oho with a burning passion. And the same for the Type 5 and the Type 4. I don't want a big, slow, lumbering tank that is only good at tier 10, because that is when it gets armor that uses a high explosive gun. High explosive is bad for the game at higher tiers. I've been trying to do Heavy Tank 12 in the mouse that you saw in the intro, which is quite a long intro today, by the way. And I have been coming close to doing that mission many times, really close. Like, I just need to bounce one more shot, or I need to do one more shot of damage constantly, always that. But the problem is, if I come across a Type 5 Heavy, I don't get to even try an angle, because he just fires high explosive and just completely negates everything I'm trying to do to bounce him. I've played the Type 5 Heavy on the test server to like figure out if I really want to get it. I mean, the armor was pretty good, but everything that we'll see, you will fire heat or APCR premium version of it, like you saw in the intro. A lot of heat and APCR was spammed at me, because that's what happens when you play a super heavy tank. With the way World of Tanks is made right now, is gold ammo is quite easy to get. If you have credits and you're playing tier 10, you probably have credits at that point. You have enough to spend on gold ammo, which is fine. I do it as well. I fire a lot of gold ammo if I have to. And I'm not blaming them for firing gold ammo at me. I'm a bloody mouse. What are you supposed to do? I'm gonna constantly fire AP and bounce off my front and sides? No, I would fire APCR or heat at a mouse as well. So I can't complain that they're firing heat at me. But the Type 5 Heavy doesn't care. Like, I can bounce heat, as you saw in that intro. I can bounce APCR. But a Type 5 Heavy can just aim in my general direction. If RNG says yes, he will hit me for about 300 to 500 damage, because it's a derp gun. The only reason I could do that in the intro is because there was no artillery. High explosive just ruins everything sideways in World of Tanks. Oh, and this is how you play the Leopard PTA, by the way, if it's fully upgraded. If it's stock, it's poop pancakes. You will hear about that in the next news episode. Might not know when it comes out. It will come out soon, though. I mean, first I still have to work on the crown van.
When you try your best but you don't succeed.
No. Today's title is Missions, and if you haven't figured out why yet, then you should really rewind and have a look at what I just did with the mouse there. I've been trying to do Heavy Tank 12 for some time now, and with some time I mean somewhere between 8 and 10 months. It's been a very long time. I've completed every other Heavy Tank mission, but Heavy Tank 12 and Heavy Tank 15. I've done Heavy Tank 15. I've done Heavy Tank 15 more than 15 times now, trying to do Heavy Tank 12, but Heavy Tank 15 I have to do combined 12k damage for the T55A, and that's easy, especially with the mouse. With the mouse I can lose 3000 damage, or health, and then I still have to do 9000 blocked and damage done. And with the way I've been playing the mouse, I can block 9k damage easily. You've seen me do it more than once now. In the intro, I blocked 13,000 damage. It was 1,000 over my requirement for Heavy Tank 15. In the Himmelsdorf game just now, I blocked 9k, I did 2.5k, and I lost 3k. That's over 12k combined. So why, Wargaming, is Heavy Tank 12 more difficult to do than Heavy Tank 15. Heavy Tank 15 designed to be the more difficult mission, the most difficult mission of the entire 15 mission line. Why? And another mission I've been stuck on for a very long time is Light Tank 7. Spot and damage / crit 3 enemy artillery. Now, interestingly enough, with the current matchmaking 9.17.1, there can be a maximum of 5 artillery in your game. Now, it's unusual to see more than 3. Like, if you see 4 artillery, you're like, oh, wow, that's stupid. And if you see 5 artillery, you never see that. Like, once every 5, maybe 1,000 games. 500 games. So with the new next matchmaking, where 3 artillery is the maximum you can see, that doesn't happen every game. Yes, you will have artillery in every game, but not 3 guaranteed. I've had trouble seeing 3 artillery in my games. I had trouble seeing 1 artillery in my Light Tank games trying to do Light Tank 7. That's the reason I've been stuck on Light Tank 7 for so long now. I've come close many times now to do Light Tank 7, but every time I come close to doing the mission, someone else spots the arty from further away than I am. Or someone shoots the arty before I can shoot them. It is a constant vicious circle of trying to do a mission, failing, getting more angry, and then trying to do, fail, and then getting more angry. Hello phone, who are you? And next patch, light tanks are going to be nerfed. They're going to have less view range. The tier 8 light tanks, which are amazing to do this, are going to be nerfed and going up to tier 9. Like, nerf, semi-nerf. They're not the same anymore. Like, the RU-251 loses speed, but it goes up a tier. Hello? The WZ-132, the only tier 8 light tank to stay at tier 8, will have less view range, because let's nerf the view range of light tanks, so they have to use optics. Anyway, I have a theory about the tier 10 light tanks. The Wargaming Grand League finals are just around the corner. I believe they're somewhere in May. And what if Wargaming decided to nerf the light tanks so they will not be used during the Wargaming Grand League finals, so everyone that plays the Wargaming Grand League finals doesn't have to, like, what's it called, adapt to a new meta. For example, when the mouse was buffed, every ESL team that was pro started using the mouse. Like, you saw the mouse on steps, Himmelsdorf, of course, Ruhenberg, of course, like city maps, but even on, like, open maps, like steps, damn it. So what if Wargaming decided, you know what, we're gonna nerf the light tanks so they won't be used for the Wargaming Grand League finals, and then when they are over, that's when they will buff them. Could that be the case? But there's no way of saying what Wargaming's actual plan is behind the tier 10 light tank nerfs. Either they want to ruin the light tank class completely, or they want to make it only for the most hardcore players that know what they're doing, which wouldn't make sense at all. I don't know what Wargaming was thinking with all of this. But Light Tank 7. The best way to do Light Tank 7, in my opinion, is with the M41 Walker Bulldog. I've been trying. The reason for that is it has a 10 clip autoloader with 2 seconds in between shots. So if I miss in 2 seconds, I will have the next shot in the chamber ready to fire, and then 10 shots of that. Problem is, I'm not getting 3 arties in my games, and if I do, it's on a small map like Mines, where if I want to try and break through, there's at least 4 lines of fire at me from the enemy. So then comes the next solution. Play with arty in your platoon. Next patch, Wargaming decides to basically stab you in the gut and tell you, no Light Tank 7 for you. The Bulldog, M41 Walker Bulldog, will be nerfed. It will have 4 shells removed from its clip. It will have 6 shells like the T71, but 40-second base reload on the clip, which makes the T71 by miles a better light tank that is a tier lower. Not only that, if you decide I need to see enemy artillery, I'll platoon with artillery. Artillery cannot platoon anymore. You cannot pick an artillery in a platoon, so that's out of the question as well. So basically, next patch light tank missions are going to be more difficult depending on if you need to see a specific kind of tank. Anyway, in this game, Lizzie and I have been basically carrying this game until we couldn't really. The KV2 is still alive, the AMX-40 is closing in. Lizzie tells me here, you know what, I'm gonna take the shot and you kill him, because she wants to give me the top gun, which is nice. That will be 10 kills between us. That's pretty damn good as well, but it's a tier 6 game, it's the Cromwell. I mean, it's not a lot of difficulty there, is there? The AMX-40 drives in, Lizzie puts her shot in, the KV2 finally decides to fire now, he misses, the AMX-40 has no chance of penning him. I put a shot in, Lizzie puts the shot in, and then I take the top gun. Now back to the definition of insanity.
Did I ever tell you what the definition of insanity is? Insanity is doing the exact same thing over and over again, expecting shit to change. That is crazy.
And now for something completely different.
Let's have a look. Light tank, bulldog, check. 3 artillery. 1, 2, 3. Check. Okay. Let's do this. Too many tanks here. Nope, no thanks. Goodbye. I mean, when in Rome, why not shoot at a light tank? Easy damage. Free damage. Can I go through the middle of the field? The 430 can't spot me, the T-44 can't spot me. What else? Nope! Okay, good that I saw that before I actually went there. Oh shit! Town is 1. I have to go fast. I have to be there fast. Oh my god, town is 1. I have to be there as fast as possible. Oh no. Full speed! Come on, Bulldog. Come on, Bulldog. You can go faster than this. We have to be there first. No, V100. No, Skoda. No! Out of my way, there's a baby on the way. I have to spot the artillery. Get out, I have to be there fast. Please just let me spot arty. Come on, come on, come on, come on. No, don't miss. Come on, can I stop? Auto aim. Come on, Art, please, come on, do it. Yes, that's 1. Okay, good. Doesn't seem like the other artists are here. I'm not gonna go for the reload. TVP was spotted last in base. There's the badge at. There's the 228 prototype. Okay, I can do this. I believe RT is somewhere on the A line then. Yes, use the bushes. Smart, Phil, very smart. Nope, 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 nope. Please don't see me. Batchat has seen me. Oh crap. There's a 261. Please don't unload on me. Please. You stop firing. Are you reloading? Oh my god, please, come on. One shot, 261. One more shot. I spotted them both. This is it.